Welcome to First Parish in Framingham. We are a welcoming congregation, so whoever you are, whomever you love, and wherever you are on life's journey, you are welcome here. We welcome you here in the meeting house, on YouTube, on Zoom, or wherever and whenever you may be watching this. I'm Rupal Bhatt. I use she, her pronouns, and I am your worship associate this morning. Be sure to read the announcements in the order of service. There are many activities happening after worship. Immediately following worship, you're invited to join us for coffee hour in Scott Hall, just across the courtyard. There's also a baked potato bar, which will also be happening. Please take a moment now to turn your phones or other devices to their quietest settings. While beeps and buzzes can be distracting, we welcome your human noises, especially the sound of your singing and your laughter, so please join in. Since 1701, people have gathered as this community to rest or recharge, to be challenged or affirmed. Those people are like you. You belong here, maybe only for the next hour, but we hope for longer. We are happy to have you with us. I now invite you to take a comfortable breath in and out. Continue to take a few more breaths in and out and to begin to release whatever you need to let go of, to be more fully present to yourself, to one another, and the sacred in this time and place. We're now going to have the chalice lighting to symbolize the light of reason, the warmth of community, and the flame of hope. It is our tradition to begin our worship by kindling the flame of our chalice. We're now going to have the chalice lighting. Okay. Reverend Kathleen McTeague shares these words. We come together this morning to remind one another to rest for a moment on the forming edges of our lives, to resist the headlong tumble into the next moment, until we claim for ourselves awareness and gratitude, taking the time to look into one another's faces and see their communion, the reflection of our own eyes, this house of laughter and silence. Memory and hope is hallowed by our presence together. songs of hope and faith arise. Let peace, goodwill on earth be sung, through every land, by every tongue. Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest of truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge and freedom, to serve all life with compassion, to the end that all souls shall grow into harmony with the divine. This is our great covenant, and with the Mother, and with our God. This is the time in our service that we share the things which weigh deepest on our hearts, our milestones and happy and sad occasions. We share them because joy shared is joy expanded, and sorrow shared can feel as though someone is sharing our burden. You can submit your joys or concerns, your joys or sorrows, either online by writing them down or in this book, which is normally kept at the back of the sanctuary. Thank you. Thank you. We intersperse into our sharing the song, There Is a Love. We do this so that our joys and sorrow can be held with song, but also so that you might have a song on your heart when you are joyful or sorrowful. I will begin with the sorrows of our gathered community. Keith and Donna Nelson, they're remembering their good friend Nancy's mother, Ruth Dorman, who died last week in Binghamton, New York. She was 96. Glenn Ickler is mourning the death last week of Raina Greenup, who was a member of this church when he and his wife joined in 1983. Raina and her late husband were two of their closest friends. Kathy Swift, Barb Uftring also is remembering Raina Greenup, and she has many great memories of her. And Kathy Swift writes, our dear friend, Andre LaMontagne, will be moving to New Hampshire to be with family, to be closer with his twin brother and both parents. Please wish him the best in his next phase of his new life. So now we'll sing, There Is a Love Holding Me. There is a love holding me. There is a love holding all that I love. There is a love holding us. Rest in this love. So I'm realizing that there are some other joys and sorrows. I apologize for not looking through this ahead of time. All right. Thankfully, these are all joys. So Carol B. has asked that we wish a happy birthday to Chris Ross. He had a birthday yesterday. Ann A., thank you, Larry, said that chancel decorations are in memory of and with the help from Wally and Sandy Arvidson and Rich Lawton. Carol Lawton says that she's so grateful for the love and support of First Parish following Rich's passing. He loved this community and especially the choir, a gift in his life. Vicki Carrion, so glad to participate in the Women's March yesterday, and what a surprise to run into fellow parishioners there. Oscar, hopefully I'm going to say this correctly, Oscar Lilienthal, after a long immigration journey, starting with a student visa in 2011, my application for U.S. citizenship was finally approved after passing a civics test last Thursday. The oath ceremony will be scheduled soon. He and Aaron are over the moon, and they thank everyone for their support. Okay, there, ready? There is a love. Okay, so now we're going to have our moment of contemplation. And these are the words from Jacob Trapp. It is a language that makes us human. One half of language is to listen. Silence can exist without speech, but speech cannot live without silence. To pray is to listen to the revelations of nature and to the meaning of events. To listen to music is to listen also to silence and to find the stillness deepened and enriched. We enter into a minute of silence. Please use it to reflect or to do just nothing at all. We will keep track of the time. Okay.
Oh, sing a new song to the eternal. Shout praise, all earth, break into music and song. Praise the eternal with the lyre, with lyra and song. Let all see and all within it thunder praise. The world and its inhabitants, let rivers clap their hands and let mountains sing in chorus. Oh, sing a new song to the eternal. We'd like to let you all know as well, our upcoming bell piece is one of the bell choir's absolute favorites, and at some point near the end, there will be an additional percussive element, just so you are all aware.
Thank you, Bell Choir. For the offertory, we're going to have Donna Nelson, our 2026 Canvas Ambassador, come up and speak a little bit about that.
Good morning, everyone. So good to see everyone here, and thank you for that beautiful music. Oh, Bell Choir sounds great, and thanks, Dean, for giving me this opportunity to speak today about the Canvas. And again, my name is Donna Nelson. I use she, her pronouns. And before I get into a little bit more details about the fiscal year 2026 Canvas, I just want to share with you a little bit of my story of being a Unitarian Universalist. Actually, my husband and I came to Unitarian Universalist, oh gosh, over 42 years ago when we needed to find a place to get married in. I was raised Catholic. I even survived 8 years of Catholic school. And my husband was raised Jewish, so where were we going to find a place to get married? And we were in upstate New York, and we couldn't find a priest who would do a joint religious ceremony, and we didn't really want to rent a rabbi from New York. So where would we go? So we discovered the Unitarian Universalist congregation in Binghamton, New York, and that's where we were married in 1982. And over the years, we've been involved in the congregation in various fundraisers and events, and we got involved. And we served on the Board of Assessors in various churches and at different times. And we moved around a little bit, and we joined the congregation in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania for a few years, and that was very interesting, being in the center of Pennsylvania. I think the nearest church was probably 200 miles away. And when we moved from Pennsylvania to the Massachusetts area, we were amazed that there was a Unitarian church on almost every corner. So we were able to shop around a little bit. We actually did come to First Parish, Framingham, when Patrick O'Neill was here. But we ended up living in Natick, so we're halfway in between. We ended up joining the church in Wayland for a few years. But when we eventually bought our home in Framingham, we found our way back to First Parish, and we became members in 1998, and we've been here ever since. We raised our son in this church. He was dedicated here, and he went through all the programs from even the preschool through Sunday school, and even Our Whole Lives, the sex education program that the Unitarian Universalists support. And I was even an OWL teacher for a short time. And also, too, Keith and myself have served on the Board of Assessors at various times, not at the same time, but we've been involved in many, many events and many fundraisers, such as Pie on the Commons, and which I do miss. I do kind of miss Pies on the Common, and it was the biggest fundraiser for many years, but time to move on to different events. But when it comes to fundraising, too, I guess I've had a lot of experience from working on canvases at different churches and different communities, and everybody approaches it a little bit differently. But the one thing that is in common, no one likes to talk about money. I found that it's probably easier to teach OWL than it is to talk about money and to ask for money. So, but I'm willing to talk about money today because I think it's very important that we put our money where our mouth is, to put our support into what we believe and to supporting this church and supporting its staff and making sure that it works, that its work continues. And I think in the future, we're going to find that First Parish is going to become even more important to us. This sense of community is really needed right now. I think we are going to be facing more challenging times than even right now. We're going to look back at today and say, hey, things were calm. I think we're going to find things to become, I think we're going to be tested. So when I was asked to become the Canvas Ambassador, I really had to stop and think, like, why am I doing this? What does First Parish and what does Unitarian Universalism mean to me? And over the years, I would say because it's become a place of acceptance, no matter what your background is, no matter who you love, and really just a safe place to find other people who care about their neighbors, their friends, their families. And I think it's a wonderful place to belong to. So providing financial support is just part of that membership. And we want to make sure that the lights stay on, that the organ is working, that we have music, that we have a piano that works, that we have a nice meeting hall, we have a kitchen, we have a place where we can all gather and to be safe together, and to even offer other services to the community, to really share our hearts and our souls with other people. So I hope that you will consider supporting the Canvas. Many of you have already, so thank you so much for your ongoing support, from helping out during the Sunday offertory, or even helping out all the fundraisers that we have, and future fundraisers, the auction, maybe another Pies on the Common, who knows? So we really thank all of your support. But for new people, we hope that you'll join us. We hope that you will help us pay it forward to the future, to help us continue the work of First Parish. And no matter where it takes us, we're better off going together. I just saw a quote not too long ago that I wish I knew who said it, but I think I read it in the Globe. It said, "Remember, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go long, go together." I hope we all go together, and I hope you'll join us after the service. Between eating your baked potatoes, we're going to do a short presentation on the actual finances of the fiscal year 2026 Canvas. The Canvas is for the year that starts on July 1st of this year and goes through the end of next year. So we'll have a little bit more financial information, and we'll have more details on how you can help and how you can get involved. And we hope to see you there. And thank you for your time. Blessed be.
Thank you, Donna. The morning offering will now be joyfully given and received. Please rise in body or spirit and sing hymn number 122, Sound Over All Waters.
now we have the time for all ages. And what we'd like to do is, I had written a blues riff years and years and years ago. And I thought that would be a fun one to get up and jump around and get rid of some energy. These guys have been so awesome all during the service, so we thought we'd give them a little bit of an outlet. So if you'd like to stand up and dance or clap, whatever you'd like to do, please join right in. Tom Greeley on the bongos, of course. Thank you so much. Well, this is a different view. My name is Dean Arvidson, and I'm the music director here. And welcome to Music Sunday. It's one of my favorite services, obviously. The music selections for today are a few of our favorite pieces. Some are challenging, but they're all very fun to sing and play, and they display such a variety of feelings and emotion. We always try to match the music selections to the theme of the service, and today it's all about expression and emotions in music and how it can really help you deal with a lot of things. Music has a way of healing and helping us through our best and worst times. Brings memories back and can help us process a lot of emotions. Composing music is an amazing outlet for self-expression and can say a lot of things that words just can't. Have you ever tried to write a song? Try it sometimes. You might surprise yourself. Do you play an instrument? It's all great therapy. Sing, just let all that stuff out. I've been listening to a lot of music lately, and I hope you have too. Take a moment and think about your favorite song, if you have one. How does it make you feel? Does it make you happy and want to get up and move? Maybe a love song that makes you think of someone close to you. Some will make you want to sing. Turn to these songs frequently. That way it will feel more natural to go to them when you need the extra boost to get through. This is what music is about, sharing our deepest feelings and keeping the faith that somehow things will be okay. So many different styles, there's pretty much something for everyone. I'd like to thank everyone involved in putting this service together, and thank you so much to both choirs. You guys are awesome. It's such a joy to work with. Today is Women Composer Day. This whole month is Women's Month, and today is actually Women's Composers Day. A couple of the pieces have been chosen to honor that. The piece that I just played on the organ was by Florence Price, who was the first black female composer to have a symphony performed by a major orchestra in 1933. Kathy Monkabust is a very well-known composer and conductor and has written a lot of music for handbell choirs. Her pieces, Resonances and Alleluias, has been a favorite of the bell choir for many years. I had found that piece at a conference that they had out in UMass Amherst, and it was just an amazing time. Just a whole auditorium filled with handbell players. There were probably, I don't know, maybe 4,000 playing that piece. Can you imagine that? That was just amazing. It was, very moving. We've been talking a lot about generosity lately, and I'd like to touch on that briefly. Generosity can take many forms, one of which is the generosity of time. Taking the time to help someone with a project or just to get together and talk can make such a difference. So please do feel free to spread that around. The choirs are a great example of generosity of time and talents. They come pretty much every week and support each other in so many different ways. Many become very good friends. The singing choir is planning to sing at a couple of nursing homes very soon as well. And the bell choir has played a few different places too. It's just very nice to be able to share with the community. The bell choir meets every Monday evening here in the balcony, a little sales pitch. And the singing choir meets here in the sanctuary every Wednesday evening. Mostly we practice to get ready for Sunday services, but also to get together, talk, and relax. It's a great way to get to know people, and so nice to hear how people can work together and create such beautiful music. I'm very lucky to work with all of you. The congregation feels that a little bit when we sing hymns together. And you're very welcome to come into a rehearsal and see what's involved, just hang out and listen, or join in and sing or play some bells. We'd love to have you. Just let me know you're coming so I can have some music set aside for you when you do get there. Music brings people together in so many ways. It can express emotions that sometimes can't be put into words. Excuse me. I've seen people with dementia who don't recognize their own families come to life and sing every word of a song from their era. And they come alive, and then at the end of the song, they shut down again. It's fascinating, the connection that music can have with the mind and body. Some quotes that I find are true, very true. Music is what feelings sound like. I love that. Where words fail, music speaks. And music is the voice of the soul. Excuse me. Most of the music I write is instrumental, and there's no language barrier. It can be understood all over the world, and that's wonderful. One of the things I love most about music is you never stop learning. Both choirs work on techniques for better sound and dynamics, and are sounding great. And thanks to your generosity, I'm able to be a member of the AUUMM, which is the Association of Unitarian-Universalist Music Ministries. Say that 6 times. As well as the AGO, American Guild of Organists. Both groups have many classes and workshops and offer a lot of support. I've had the opportunity to get to a lot of classes and workshops, both online and in person, that have taught me a lot. I've been able to share a lot of that with the choirs. The classes have helped me improve in a lot of areas with both vocal tips and helpful techniques on playing the organ. And it's just very challenging, and I just love learning. It's just a wonderful thing. And a lot of that is thanks to your generosity, so thank you so much for that. We'll be putting together some free workshops of our own. I've been involved with the UUMM in creating workshops that we're offering to members and just everyone in general. And that's given me ideas for some workshops of our own. So very soon I'll be putting out notices about workshops coming up for both singing and for playing in the bell choir. You're very welcome to join in on that. There's no commitment. Come in, maybe learn some helpful tips on singing, and just see what it's all about. It's just such a nice way to get together. Please be sure to save the date of April 5th at 7 p.m. It's a Saturday evening, and we're organizing a concert here in the Meeting House, a fundraiser. I'll start off with piano, some of my own work, as well as some lighter classical. Then we'll switch to piano and flute with my friend Katie Vinter playing with me. We'll do 2 of the 3 movements of Moquet's La Flûte de Pan. It's an amazing piece. And then we've got the Flute Deluxe, Flute Ensemble. That's the one that Jen Long plays in. And they're very, very good, so they'll be performing as well. And then I'll end up, with, of course, with some selections on the organ. Got to have that. We're very fortunate to have the piano, organ, and bells. The organ had some major repairs done last summer, thanks very much to the Nancy Paul and the Wallace funds for providing the funds to do that. It took care of our largest problem, which was air leaks in some of the air reservoirs that feed all the pipes. By the way, for anyone who doesn't know, these pipes that you see up here, the gold ones, they do nothing. They look really pretty, but they do nothing. Oh yeah, they collect birds, yes, unfortunately. We've rescued a few. But all the active pipes are in a big room behind those. And for anyone who's not been up there, it's just remarkable. There's close to 1,600 pipes back there. And it's just fascinating. And I've learned so much about the organ, the construction, and the works. While all the air reservoir work was being done, I was being taught so many different things by our technician and by our old music director, Tim Smith. He's taught me so many different things. He's taught me a lot of repairs that I can do on my own, which is really helpful. And it's just remarkable. I've put together a presentation that I'll be giving for our youth group very soon, because they've expressed interest in learning about it and learning how to help maintain it. So that's wonderful. With some revisions and getting a little more into detail, I'm also going to offer that same presentation to the congregation. So I'll be sending out notice on that as well. And if you're interested in learning more about it, please come in. I've got lots of pictures for those of you who can't get into the pipe room, because some of the areas are tough to get into and they're very tight quarters. But I've got tons of pictures so you can be more aware of what exactly goes into it. It's just fascinating. So with that, and the bell choir took a class several years ago and learned how to maintain the handbells. So we're able to do our own repair work on most of the issues that come up with that as well. Some of the larger ones, yes, we'd still have to ship them to Pennsylvania to have the repairs done, and that's so time consuming. So that's just, it's wonderful that we're able to do the repair work ourselves. And cleaning, what we do is we at the end of the year, we typically have a good cleaning party, and then it turns into a potluck and just a social event. The singing choir does a social event at the end of the year too, just to kind of sit back and relax and kind of recap the year, what worked, what didn't work, and what we can do better. So it's a lot of fun. So with that, in closing, I'd like to say thank you so much, and I'm so glad to be here. Now I'd like to call the choir up to do our last anthem of the day, Shine on Me by Rollo Dilworth. You been seated? All right, let's see. Lost my benediction. As I was saying, music does and can help us through good times and bad, and everything in between. So please find songs that help and play and sing them really loud. Thank you, Chris Ternak on trumpet.